Alright, you guys, it is super windy outside, but I wanted to give you a garden update. And actually, first I'm going to show you guys what Adam's got going on. He's out here checking out his stuff that he's growing. So hang on. So he's got his tarps pulled back, and he's got the electric fence here to keep the deer out, but I'm gonna climb through. What's up? You wanna take us on a tour and tell us what's going on?
So the first section here, we've got a couple different melons and the different starts here. So each row. So this is Heart of Gold.
Alright.
And then we've got 3 green honeydew. And I've got some more seeds that I'm going to put past. These are just the starts coming up already. Then we've got some Eel River. These are Petite Gris. There's I think 3, 4 starts already going. And then these are Charante. That one was a little torn back, but you can see it's coming back now. And there's actually some seeds coming up. So I've got starts in the first little bit, but see there's one coming up. There's one.
That one's coming up. You can see.
Wow. So half of those seeds have already come up.
Alright, let's see the sugar snap peas.
Check it out. They haven't even got a single sugar snap pea yet, and they're already above the top of the trellis, and we haven't even harvested a single pea yet. Although they're getting close. That one's pretty close.
Oh, they're getting close. It's about time to be getting some sugar snap peas. Look at that. Look at that. And then we've got over on the other side here, we're doing what's called succession planting. So about a couple weeks after we planted this row, we planted that row, and then a couple weeks later, the third row. So that way, we'll have a continuous growth of sugar snap peas.
You'd think there would be more, but I think it's just because there's so many flowers still that haven't been transitioned yet.
Oh no, there's a lot. There's a lot.
There will be.
Adam doesn't think there's a lot of sugar snap peas. And then here's our blueberry bushes.
Sweet Chris.
So if you can see those little guys.
Look, this one's got. Look at all those berries right there.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Look, we've got some bigger ones out here.
Right. There's some there. So this is those second 2 rows of sugar snap peas that are going to be coming up. We're going to have to add the trellises to those pretty soon. And we got some pineapples.
There's 3 or 4 different kinds. This one seems to do pretty well for the cold, so this one might be the one we go mostly with.
Okay.
I think these are the white jade, and they don't like the cold as much. They've been hit pretty hard. This one, I think this one is also a white jade, and they don't like the cold.
We got some microgreens growing up out of our compost. Might have to add those to salad. Alright, so now we're going to check out everything else he's got growing.
There's some kind of mold stuff there going, and some kind of mold there that was going. There. This is like a yellowish.
Alright. This is where he's got the majority of his stuff growing.
Tomatoes in here.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
So this open area here is gonna be all tomatoes and corn. Yeah, a lot of tomatoes. Alright, show us what you got.
Okay, so stay where you're at, and that way I can show you. So these first 3 rows, so this row, and this row is zipper cream.
Okay.
Southern pea. And then this row and this row are a Trilogy green bean mix. So it's a purple green bean, a purple bean, a white bean, and a green string bean. Mixture of all 3. This row is cabbage, which I don't know why I planted a full row of cabbage, so I probably have to pull some out. This row, the first half is green summer squash or zucchini, and the second half is a yellow squash. This is a Syrian Aleppo pepper. It's my favorite pepper. It's got the perfect amount of heat and a really good amount of flavor. This is lemon cucumber, the whole row. And then this
let's
one.
check them out.
Yeah, and they're just starting to come up.
They're
Same with the
coming up.
peppers. So
Yeah,
I'm
those
super
are
excited on these.
lemon cucumbers coming in.
And then here's half a row of regular cucumbers, just to where it's covered.
So that whole row is regular cucumbers.
And then this row right here is broccoli. From the seed that I harvested last year.
Starting to come up.
And then this row's from kale, from the seed that you gave me. So thank you.
You're welcome.
And then this row is from old seed of collard greens, and I don't think it's going to come up, so I might have to get some more seed.
Okay.
It was just too old. But then this worked well with some spinach.
So we've got spinach.
So you can see it sent out its first long leaf like this, right? And then after that, it'll send out the regular looking spinach leaves.
Nice.
So they're just now sending out their first actual spinach.
You guys may remember this tree that I was picking berries from last year. We don't think it made it through the winter.
No.
So
we're gonna give it some longer to see if it'll sprout some buds, and I'll still cut it down low because it's definitely got some frost damage. But they grow really fast, so we could plant another one and it would be ready to go this year, producing anyway. So we'll see what we come up with.
And these right here are little celery that we got from our friend in California, Richard. Thanks, Richard. They're growing up. And I've got some in my garden as well. So that was the tour of Adam's garden. Did you enjoy giving us a tour of your garden?
Yeah, I mean that's half of it.
All right. I forgot we didn't show you everything that Adam's got growing. We gotta show you his fruit trees.
That was just the garden, like veggie half.
That was just the veggie half of his garden. So hang on. It's so windy today. So you might notice these loads of mulch. We get these dropped off.
So here we got what's going down the side of the driveway, and we've got a row of papaya, and you can see one starting to come up after the freeze. They die back, and then we'll start sprouting up. Yeah, start shooting up some sprouts, and then next.
There's another moringa. And another papaya tree. It's coming up nice.
This one I think died back, but it's still alive at the base. This one just fruited last year. It's a jabuticaba. It's a Brazilian grape. So all the fruit actually goes onto the trunk instead of out at the ends, and it looks awesome. And when it flowers, it looks like it's covered in frost. But I think it died back down to the base. Mulch on purpose. So most of the mulch guys won't drive over the dirt at all, but there's one mulch guy that doesn't care, and he's avoiding the mulch. So I let him know yesterday this is for him to drive over.
Right.
So he's pretty happy.
So this is our mulch pile. We're starting to mulch this area for the fruit trees. And then here we have fruit trees.
Watermelon or something growing here.
We've got some accidental melon growing. Not sure where they're coming from. How do you think that got there?
From burying compost out in the middle of the yard.
Yeah.
And then it just was there all since last year. So, and then this one, this is a Racer Nectarine. It's one of the nectarines that'll do well here in Florida. So this is the only one they really recommend that you see.
Nice.
So this will be our first ones to try this year. We've got a Tamarind, which is starting to come back. Never got any fruit from that, but I'm excited to see if we can.
Yeah, it's coming back.
And then here is a Japanese plum that we got from your family's house. That we got to start from them. We've got a couple persimmons, some Saijo persimmons, and then a fig, which is died back to about there. And then
It's coming back.
this is like a Brazilian cherry. It's the closest to like a regular cherry you can get. It's called a grumachoma. So this is starting to come back after the cold now. So that'd be pretty exciting to try as well.
Yeah. That one didn't make it through winter. And then we have...
This is the strawberry patch area. So probably do this whole area in strawberries. And then over the top, I'm gonna do an arbor of passion fruit. So that way during the summer, the passion fruit will shade out the strawberries when it's too hot and provide them some coolness. But then the passion fruit vine dies during the winter when these are gonna be growing and producing their most fruit. So they'll transition between shade and sun and it should work perfect.
All right, let's check out these strawberry plants.
On this side, we've got Sweet Charlie, and on this other side, we've got Camarosa.
So each row is two different kinds. As Adam said, this first row is called Sweet Charlie. And that one's flowering. So they're looking pretty good.
They got planted real late, not too long ago. Like this side's coming back way better.
And this side, what's
Like
this variety called?
Camarosa.
Amorosa.
They're coming back way better. Like, see, this one's coming back pretty good. That's more what they should be.
So that one's coming up nice.
But they haven't been planted that long.
They got planted a little bit late, but... Oh, there's a strawberry.
Yeah. So this is Lisa's ginger bed. This section right here is all just fresh ginger for her. And then over here, we've got longevity spinach up front. There's a little shoot there. It's pretty much dying off now from the cold. There's a couple there. And then down here, we've got toothache flowers. So these little flowers, you can chew on them, and it's almost like putting a 9-volt battery in your mouth. It creates this buzzing effect, and they're awesome. I like them.
Yes, you do.
Especially for sauces.
Now, for Adam's babies. This is his sugarcane patch.
So this is all the seed cane that I set up so that I can pull out and replant. So this is a white cane in a couple different kinds. And then if I need to add in, I can pull out of here. But this is the main cane patch. So it hasn't sprouted yet. There's a couple kind of coming up. But there's, what is it, 7 rows, I think, or 11. 11 rows.
So far, this is what's come up.
But it'll all...
And then we've got Fig Tree.
So this is our main fig. This is where Dusty was. So he's coming back pretty well. He's he'll be coming up on 2 years in June, this one will. So this should be a good year for fruit, the first year real for fruiting. And then these ones I just transplanted. So these ones got put in maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So, and that's all new growth on this one. This one didn't have any green on it.
All 3 of these are fig trees.
These are peaches that we got from your family, and this will be the first year. I haven't put too much energy into them, but this will be the first year that we've got peaches. So I'm gonna see if we can take care of them and see what they come out. See how they work out.
These are all the trees that we had on the porch protecting from the cold. Some of them made it, some didn't. This one is coming back.
This is one of the world's hottest peppers. It's a chocolate bootla. Super hot. This is a peanut butter fruit. So it has somewhat of a texture of peanut butter and flavor of peanuts, but it's kind of like a baked sweet potato, I think. And then these are all mangoes, and then on the back side is jackfruit. The majority of these seem to have died off, but we've got one coming back here. There's a mango coming up there, and there's actually, I think, 2 of the jackfruit that are still alive. So there's this one, and I think one over there that I saw. So at least we can save one of the jackfruits. Then we've got a neem tree, and this, once it's big enough, I can boil the leaves and make a tea with it, and then I'm gonna use that for a pesticide. This was supposed to be a peanut butter fruit, but I found out recently it's actually a white sapote. So that's pretty exciting. And then another low quad or Japanese plum, and this is a black sapote. It's kind of like a chocolate pudding fruit, they call it. And then here we've got a sapodilla, which is kind of like a brown, sugary, granulary pear. It's really, really good. For the most part, I think that's everything.
Well,
I mean, we skipped some things here and there, but that covers most of it.
Thanks for giving us a tour.
Yeah, you're welcome.